Practice obviously after a defeat. A lot of adversity yesterday. How did they respond today?
I thought they came out and practiced well. We showed them the tape, and there's a few plays here or there that we make them. They make a couple of great catches. We drop one or two, and then we should have had some interceptions and we didn't. The crazy stuff on the kickoff return there. That was rough. The way that ball bounced. He was trying to. It took trying to fill the shortstop hop. We just got to rebound and keep pushing along. I thought that the effort in the game was good. I never thought that they stopped fighting. I really don't. And we kept playing through the end. And we were even able to do some things. We were able to work on some two-point plays. We were able to work on some onside. So that was good for us in that side of it. But I was pleased with what they came out today and their effort.
After watching the film, was it as bad as you first thought, or?
Well, it just goes back to turnovers, and it goes back to making plays when you have a chance to make them. There wasn't that big a discrepancy. We played hard, and we could make some plays there, and they made a couple plays, and we had a couple of things go wrong, and we basically gave them 21 points. You can't do that. And so that's what I was, I don't know if the word was upset, that's what I was disappointed in after the game. But the effort, the intensity, what they did, the work ethic, all during the game, they stayed focused. All goes back to turnover ratio and goes back to making plays when you have a chance to make them. And we've got to do that, and I think we can.
Did the wind affect the passing game at all in the first half?
It might have. I think the wind and maybe the wet ball a little bit, just off a little bit. But we've been practicing the rain and the wind. You don't make any excuses for it. We just got to execute better.
Peter Rich obviously was shut down until the fourth quarter. Is this a good game for you? I assume that's going to happen. A lot of teams are going to key on him.
Right, but we had some chances to get it to him. We ran the reverse, game 5 or 6. We threw another thing to him, and then we threw a pass, and then we got a holding call, and then that kind of got us backed up. And then we had then we caught that pass, and they caught it not a catch, and they blew the whistle in the middle of the play. We have him open on a post. All of a sudden it's going to probably be 10 to 10. So there's a lot of things like that go on that it's never as bad as it seems, never as good as it seems. And but I was pleased with the effort.
Daniel Munyer, will he have an opportunity to get back in that starting?
Yeah, he'll have an opportunity to get back in there. And that was a big play, a big critical mistake he made in the game. He's got to control himself. All that does is hurt the team.
Yeah. And
that was a big time in the game, and got us backed up, and they went down and scored after that. So
obviously in games like this, one of fans' favorite players is the backup quarterback.
Oh yeah.
He was mentioned a lot throughout the game in chatter. Did you ever think about going to Stefan and giving him a chance?
No, I didn't. Not during the game. And we had to look. Some of the things. Connor did some really good things, and Connor didn't do as good things as we'd like, of course. And then there was 3 balls that were tipped that people think, oh, he's just off. They were tipped. And you can't really tell that till you watch it on film. Yeah. I knew it on the field on 2 of them. One of them I didn't know until I watched it on film, and it was tipped too. So there's some things that always go into it, and but you always want to. The quarterback spot is always a spot picked on by everybody, good or bad. You either get way too much credit or you get way too much criticism, and that's part of the position. So.
Running back has been a position where it seems like you guys are kind of trying to find somebody to take a step forward and really grab that job. What did you see on Saturday, and how do you envision that going forward?
Well, I thought Michael Atkins made some great plays. He had over 100 yards rushing, and then got tackled behind the line, brought him back. I thought he made some. He's really fast, and I think you see that. And he's not a little guy. He's short. He's 5'9½", but he weighs 205 pounds. And so he's got some. I thought he did really well. I thought Christian made some good runs too, and Tony made a good run there in the first half on a screen. So I think we're gonna try to keep utilizing Michael and find other ways to use Christian and Tony and those guys. So we'll just keep working at it.
What does it say to you that after 3 weeks to kind of work on that running game, it still struggled a little bit? How concerned are you?
I don't know if it struggled. We had 180 yards rushing, but we had 40 yards a sack. That one sack where you lost all the yards, you lost 30-something yards. So if you rush for over 150 yards and we throw for what we should, close to 250 to 300, that's a good day. And I thought that we ran the ball pretty good at times. I really did. We're not going to be a team right now that's going to run the ball 50 times a game and gain 400 yards rushing. So I felt like that the running game kept us enough balance that we could be better. So if we can keep that going and have 150 to 200 yards a game rushing and then throw it for 300 or plus, I think we're going to be pretty good. And I think that will help us do that. So if that makes sense to you.
You said earlier in fall camp
And you know, Connor made a few good runs too, so that's good. Yep.
you said earlier in fall camp you wanted to see how this team reacted to adversity and in the first time something went bad. How do you prepare this team to go up against probably the number one team in the nation this week?
Well, they're number 2. Alabama's number 1. But Oregon's extremely good, and you know, it's going to be a lot of fun for our kids. I think it's, you know, you always want to play against the best, and they're the best in the West. There's no doubt about it. And so it'll be a lot of fun for us to play them. I know the kids will be up to play. You know, it's a game that you got to be on your P's and Q's, and you got to play extremely hard. Hopefully we will.
You said last week that everybody in Pac-12 seems to be looking fairly even, except for Oregon.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything to change your
No,
opinion.
they haven't done anything to change my mind. And you know, it looks like Stanford's cranking it back up again too. So, but
How do you guys stay with that?
wow, get on the field and play our hearts out. You know, and we'll see how that goes. You know, anything can happen on any given Saturday. I've seen it before personally, so I know with that it can be done. So we're going to go get ready to play, go play them, give them, and we plan on winning the game. I mean, that's what we plan on doing. They plan on winning the game too. So both teams better plan on winning, and so we're excited about the game.
Any thoughts on Kiffin being dismissed this early in the season?
Who?
Kiffin, Lane?
Oh, no, I have no comment.